Greetings and welcome to the Brown Paperbag Series. I am with your co-host, Mr. Kola Sit.
Thank you, and I'm with your host, Mr. Brandon Lewis. Today we're going to discuss what is the brown paper bag.
So we've gotten a lot of emails and Facebook messages and so forth, people reaching out just asking simply what is the brown paper bag. And one way I'd like to describe it would be that it's an organic movement. It's very grassroots. It's developing and budding, but overall, what the brown paper bag is, it's a community sort of service engaged organization whereby we're trying to bring voices and access and resources to those that may be without it or those that want more. We try to focus on various different topics that impact particularly urban communities and spaces that people of color primarily occupy. However, we're also concerned with what happens in rural communities, suburban communities, and global. So the brown paper bag tries to bring issues of injustice and how to correct that injustice. We try to change the narrative of what typically happens when we're dealing with people of color or with women's rights, with rights that may not necessarily go toward the underserved or the marginalized. So we want to bring that access to you. But when I mentioned the idea of changing the narrative or changing the script, we want to bring positive influences and positive stories or things that just may be happening that most of us are not aware of, including myself, or Kola Sit. Sometimes when we talk to people, they're providing us insight, and that's really what we want to do. We want to change the bar and change the narrative. One slogan that I'm beginning to live by is that we're quick to click to watch the fight, but we need to be more quick to click to get insight. And so this is again a community-based organization to where we have a large population. A lot of people keep asking, what is your targeted audience? Well, I guess you're going to have to depict that. Because we're going to have stories that range from single mothers or single fathers, looking at love, particularly black love, right? And what does that really even mean? We're looking at situations that are plaguing our urban schools. Some of the systematic, I would say racism, that goes along with that. The school to prison pipeline, the prison industrial complex. So there's a wide range of particular issues that we want to focus on to bring voice. For example, when we're dealing with homelessness, you're looking at transgender populations, right? Of how many or veterans, former veterans, how many of them are actually homeless, and what are we doing to correct the problem? I know we normally scoff and say bum, but these individuals have stories, and we want to hear those stories. We want to hear your story. If you have a story that you feel that may help another, right? Trials and tribulations that you've gone through, that you want to share with the world, that can enlighten and make someone else's life better. That's what we're for. So at this time I'll pass it to Kola.
And we do it through two different perspectives, which is the reason why we have a host and a co-host. Some people may think an older individual, not calling my man Brandon old or anything, but they would think like an older individual could relate to a certain dynamic in life. And they may think a younger perspective can do the same thing as well. And that's where we try to create that balance of different perspectives and bringing it together to do what, like Brandon said, is kind of like have that unity and that one voice and bring that dynamic like I mentioned. So stay tuned, we have so much more to come, and we've been interviewing so many great people. We have so much more to come.
And just really quick, shout out to Dr. Joyce King, Mama Joyce. Shout out to Dr. Brian Williams. Shout out to Teacher of the Year for the state of Georgia, Casey Bethel. Shout out to Dr. Chika Akua. I also like to give mention to Detective Hill, and then also Attorney Tommy Reynolds. Who've already taken a chance with something that's so grassroots, but they believe in our mission and believe in what we're trying to do. I also want to make sure that I thank so many people that have sent positive encouragement to myself and to Kola Sit, just encouraging us to go on, because things like this, when you take a chance, can be difficult, but you always got to follow your dream. And as long as you fall, just make sure you continue to fall forward, to quote Denzel Washington. All right, so thank you, and stay tuned for much more. All right.